Hey, this is JK Pens back with another video for you. This is a how-to video. I want to show you how I've been making these multi-paper ink pages. So this is a simple little thing I've figured out, a couple craft supplies, and it makes it so that you can get a sense for what the ink looks like on all these different papers. So what I'm going to show you is how we can get on one page. Here's some Rhodia Dot paper. Here's some Tomoe River. This is the thinner, the 52 gram. And here's a coloring card. Each of these papers may bring out different qualities in the ink, so it's nice to see it on all of them. My backing sheet here is a Maruman loose leaf little mini paper, and I'll put links. I got this from JetPens. I'll put a link in the description. I don't know what size paper this says. It's like small. And it's actually nice paper in and of itself. This is a Xyron X150 gadget. It's a sticker maker. The 150 refers to the fact that it's 1.5 inches across here. And this is a, I don't know, generic EK crafting punch that punches a 1.5 inch circle. Okay, so all we're going to do is we're going to take our different papers and we're going to punch a circle out of them. So with the Rhodia, I don't have to press it too hard. It cuts a nice, oops, missed. You can actually do it upside down so you can get a better thing. Cuts a nice clean circle. Okay. With the Tomoe River, it tends to tear, at least on this punch, on one corner. See that? So you can pluck it if you want, or if you don't mind a little more drama, if you want a really crisp circle, you can go just punch it right. Oh, well, sometimes it works. So it's not like, you know, the world's best cutter, but it was also cheap on Amazon. I'll put a link. Okay, maybe I'm not going to get a clean circle. Maybe that is not my fate today. We'll try one more time. Ready? Just doesn't like the thin Tomoe River paper. So anyways, you can do the best you can. I mean, I suppose you could cut them out with scissors if you have all day, but my whole point was to try and make this fast. So I'll choose the least bad one. Okay, this one's not too terrible. I'll use a pair of scissors and trim the edge. Okay, great. So I've got those two. Okay, and then last, here's the coloring card. These punch very easily. Very nice crisp paper. Boom, like that. Okay, now one of the tricks with this label thing is either by design or by accident, it wastes quite a bit of the tape between stickers. So the trick to avoid wasting a lot is to do this in large batches, and so you don't have to pull out like a whole, it's almost an inch between stickers. You can jam them really close, because what you can do is you can drop one in, and then this is basically putting an adhesive on the back, so it's almost like a tape dispenser, except your piece goes sandwiched between two rollers. And there we go. Now that has disappeared down into the thing, so rather than pulling it any further and wasting more tape, we just drop this one in right behind it. Pull, 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 pull. And then the next one. Pull, 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 pull. Now I'm going to get some, oh, it's okay. I'm going to get some wastage here. I was a little overeager here. It turns out that it doesn't really matter because it's going to stick fine anyways. You just kind of rub this. What you're doing now is you're actually applying that adhesive that's on the white part to the back of the paper. And then on the part that doesn't have the paper on it, the adhesive just sticks to this clear cover sheet. And I can almost peel this myself. Here we go. Guess this helps if you have fingernails. Okay, there you go. And now these are stickers. So all we're going to do is stick them on here. I realized that they just barely fit width-wise, so I start over here right next to the holes, and then I just try to kind of line them up with one of the grids. And of course, you don't have to use grid paper. I just thought grid paper would make my life easier. Careful pulling the Tomoe River off. It will tear because it is somewhat fragile paper. And it also likes to curl up, so it's a little hard to get it lined up. There we go. And there we go. So now what I have is I have a single sheet on which I can test my ink. So let me grab something a little firmer to work on here. So what I'm going to do is, this is actually the ink I mixed up, or maybe it's a different ink, but anyways, my first video on this channel was the 3R Stirs My Color ink mixing set. So this is actually one of the inks I mixed up from that. I don't think I saved the recipe. So this is a 3 Oysters. Oh, I'm having a little trouble with this nib. I think it might have got oily or something. My Color. This is a custom. And then what I like to do is I like to write, just so I remember in the future, what the papers are. Rhodia 80 GSM. Not writing very neatly here, sorry. Tomoe River 52. And this is Color Ring. Okay. And then my favorite part is, of course, the swabbing. So here we've got, I capped that. So what I like to do is I like to get it on here and then rub it around to basically squeeze it out. Put it on them. So that's sort of representative of like a light dose of the ink, and then really glop it on. You can see how it almost beads up there on the Rhodia and the Tomoe River. Okay. Great. And then if I just let that dry, I will have the ability to see that ink on these papers. And then actually, for good measure, and also to make it easier to find what's in the little binder, tab it here. And then I can also see how it looks on the Maruman paper. And that's it. Once it's dry, I will put it in this cute little binder that I also got from Jet Pens. I've been using these as divider pages for different brands and themes and so forth. And that's it. That's my little project. So I hope you found this useful. And if you end up trying this yourself, I'd love to see your link to your Instagram or wherever you post. I'd love to see what you came up with. Thanks a lot.